Welcome to Beyond the Press Release, a production of Gorcom, in which we take the time to speak with small cap executives after they put out big news. With us today, happy to have him back because he's always doing big stuff, especially in the NFT space, is Sam Jones. He's a CEO of OOOOO Entertainment Commerce. The company trades in Canada, the stock symbol OOOOO, that's 4 O's. And for our friends in the US, 4 O's plus F, OOOOF. For those new to the story, guys, if you love NFTs, if you believe in the future of Web3 and platforms and Web3 platforms, you're going to love this interview with Sam because OOOOO is operating a platform that enables retailers, brands, entrepreneurs, and now soon to be NFT owners, NFT shillers, to share their product content directly to buyers through live, interactive, shoppable videos. No one's ever done this before in the Web3 space, especially on the NFT space, where right now, you go to OpenSea and Rarible and you scan just like typical e-commerce. But live video commerce is the next big thing. And if you need data to understand why, in China, live video commerce at $300 billion last year in 2021. That was up 85%. It made up 12% of total e-commerce sales. This year, it's going to do $425 billion in 2022. So that's where OOOOO Entertainment Commerce comes in, because they provide the infrastructure, the technology, and even the people to power that live stream economy through their app. More than just lip service, they've got 500,000. They've got about 500,000 app installs globally already. Nike, Lego, L'Oreal have also product through OOOOO. They've got clients including QVC Italia, multiple license agreements. They've even launched their own applications like fans.com, which is an NFT platform for global soccer. We say soccer, football for Sam. Fans with multiple star soccer players and personalities have already participated. And now they've announced, I'm going to read the headline, OOOOO signs a license agreement with Shiller to launch social commerce platform for digital assets. Sam, welcome back. Let's talk about this because I'm excited about this.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right, first of all, people watching the first time, what is a social commerce platform for digital assets? What does that mean in layman's terms so we can really understand that?
Sure. Well, in the last 2.5 years, we've been really copying the Chinese trend, in mobile entertainment, and that is the extension of video applications as we know them. If you think about TikTok and others, in that space, they're video applications that initially started out to connect people, to share short videos and then live videos. And about 5 years ago in China, these things pivoted off to shopping applications. So rather than the QVC model of one-to-many broadcast, TV shopping, because of social video applications in China, we saw the arrival of many-to-many commerce. So this is where people are selling from their bedroom, from their jewelry shop, from the side street, from a fish market. And this really changed the game. And the numbers you say there are all true. It's a $400 billion business here over in China. And really, we've spent the last 2.5 years building this technology for the West. And we started going after commerce companies, people selling sneakers, beauty products, gadgets. And of course, you'd have to be blind to have missed the huge shift we've seen in the last 2 years in digital assets, NFTs. So we had an opportunity to create a version of our technology for digital assets. And I don't know if you're familiar, but the term Shiller is actually quite a negative word in the Web3 community. It's when someone hijacks a Twitter Spaces, which is an audio forum on Twitter. And when someone hijacks and starts promoting a secondary project, and it's a bit like Hustler was a negative thing maybe 20 years ago. I actually think shilling is essential in any industry. You need people to promote, you need people to show you new things. So,
well, actually, Sam, to interrupt you there, but I'm actually starting to see Twitter influencers now who will post something in the morning saying, if you've got an NFT project, shill me. So it's almost starting to become a thing, and you guys are getting way ahead of it by just putting on steroids.
So one of the hardest things I've ever had to do is get hold of the Twitter handle of Shiller. which we have done now, but it was a
Wow.
hell of a journey to get that. But so yeah, Shiller is basically we've licensed our OOOOO technology to Shiller, which is a US company. We've got an incredible partner in that company, who will announce very soon, from the music and business industry in the US. So it's really our first launch pad into the United States. Obviously, Web3 is a global piece, but yeah, we're super excited, and we're just adapting the OOOOO technology to service digital assets, and there's a few nuances, but a lot of the tech remains useful for digital assets.
And what I love about this is you guys aren't just a technology company that's throwing a fish in the line in the NFT world and hoping to get some success because there's a lot of success there. You've already had really nice opening success with fans.com, which launched in March, and you got some big names that have signed up there in order to sell NFTs. And now you alluded to it, but I want to actually see if I know you can't tell me, but I want to read it. One of Shiller's co-founders is an American music artist, media personality, and entrepreneur. And I think there are about 5 or 6 names. I actually searched that exact term, right? And there are about 5 or 6 names that came up. So I know you can't tell us who it is, but this is just an example that when you announce it, again, big names are coming to technology. What does that say about your tech capabilities and your capability to deliver?
I think our lesson from the OOOOO video commerce technology is that short video, and especially live video, converts incredibly well. If you can have an intimate, live, two-way conversation with your customer, your propensity to sell them something is much higher than if they were looking at a photo on Amazon. So we really believe in video commerce. I think that because we took on the project of fans, which was Web3 in football, we've had to learn the art of using Discord, promoting in Twitter Spaces. And Twitter Spaces is not bad, but it's audio. You can't see anyone, and it's hard to build trust.
And you can't see products either.
Yeah, you can't. Now, I meet a lot of people in the NFT business that are going live from a gallery, or they're there with their project team. And sometimes you just want to see someone, see where they're working, check that they're legit. So we started to think with Shiller, is there a better way for projects to share their work? Now, there's a bunch of huge, amazing projects, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, the CryptoPunks, there's the top sort of few hundred projects. They're basically tribes. They're tribes of people who are connected through technology. They all own a token. And these people gather at something called Ape Fest in New York, and they go to NFT conferences in all the big cities of the world. But
we're an Ape family.
Oh, okay, there you go. Well, they're all longing for connection, and they all own a token. So what we're doing with the OOOOO technology and with Shiller is we're building a platform for audio and video live connection through our platform based on the tokens that you hold. In fact, I'm not supposed to show you this, but let me just show you.
Okay, great, because I was about to say seeing is believing, and you're in stealth mode. For everyone at home, you're in stealth mode, expect to launch later in 2022. Okay, this is great. This is the first sneak preview of Shiller.
This is something that we were working on today in the design lab. So this is basically the Shiller homepage, which we're waiting to approve. So you can see our logo in the top left. You'll start to see that as we announce and launch certain things. My profile picture's in the top. Maybe it'll be a photo. Maybe people like avatars. Now, the big leap for us is we've got videos going across the top. So this will be someone doing a live broadcast that you can join. Just like with OOOOO, there's lots of videos. And if you want to see all of the videos happening right now, you just click see all in the top right-hand corner. And then down the bottom, we've got audio, which is, very similar to Clubhouse or Twitter Spaces, or Spotify have a similar one. So this is basically
that's awesome. That's simply awesome.
Now, if you are an approved Shiller on our platform, you will be able to, you see this on up the right hand side?
Yep.
This is basically allowing you to, as you go live, choose NFTs from OpenSea, Rarible, or even from the browser, a new project that's launching.
Wow.
So yeah, so this is
And that's essentially you as your NFT. So if you don't want to be Sam Jones, or if you or if you want to hide your identity or not dox yourself, you can actually use your NFT as your Shiller.
Yes, yeah. So the term doxed is, you know, have you come out? Do people know who you are? You know what your name is, what you've done before. I'm very proud to say I'm doxed in the NFT business.
Yeah,
I'm
of course. Yeah,
be,
I know you are, but there are a lot of guys who don't want to be, right? That I own ape number 5656, and I don't want the world to know who I am.
There's plenty of people in the space that want to remain anonymous. So there's two ways you can remain anonymous on the Shiller platform. Number one, you can only go on audio, and even in audio, we've got voice altering technology, so you can sound like a robot or a high-pitched kid. So we've built this into the tech. The second thing is, if you want to do a video, you can put a filter on yourself of an animal, but you can also put a filter, so you can become that ape.
Yeah, we lost your audio there for a second, but I got what you said. You can also put a filter of your own NFT over you and be that ape doing the. Yeah,
that's it.
Sam, is there anything like this anywhere in the world right now? I mean, we know there's live video commerce in China, but that's Lipstick Brother selling lipstick and cosmetics as themselves. But anything like this in the NFT Web3 world?
No, I think what's happened, because the category's grown relatively quickly. You've got applications like Discord, which was originally a gaming platform, which doesn't have video. And then you've got things like Clubhouse and Twitter, which were not originally to serve this community. So you can't showcase an NFT on Twitter. You can't do a live video on Clubhouse. So we've started with the Web3 end user in mind with this project. So yeah, we're super excited about it.
Let's talk about the economics for a second, because you got shareholders watching saying, okay, this sounds great. It's potentially explosive. Love the ingenuity. I mean, Sam, I'm not easily impressed because I'm a digital guy who started off back in 1997 and I see a lot of things. This is beyond impressive. It actually makes me jealous. I want to be a better platform when I see what the kind of things that you are doing. But let's talk about the economic side of it. If all goes well, what do you expect the revenue? And I'm not talking about numbers, but how does the revenue flow work?
I mean, what kills these businesses usually is cost to acquire users. This is what kills all these businesses. So for us, we started out by saying, how do we bring a lot of this space to our platform? How do we serve them? How do we give them something they cannot do on other platforms? So for us, that was all about creating zones for them to meet in their communities. So give them a very secure utility to broadcast themselves and connect with others. And if we do that, we'll bring people to the platform. The second thing is we decided was, when the creator or the Shiller goes live, they're doing it from an app. But when people join the show, they're doing it through the web. So this drops our user acquisition costs, because you're not trying to acquire users to install an app on the audience side. So this is a modification.
That's powerful. So you need the app to be a presenter, but you can tune in via the web. So you don't have to sit there and trying to convince 5 million people to download. They can just do it through the web. That's unbelievable, man.
And then the third thing was, we chose a partner who is a monster celebrity, who's got access to many other monster celebrities, but also has millions and millions of followers. So this is also important for credibility, access, lower acquisition costs. Now, when it comes to the economics, there's a couple of ways we can monetize this. Firstly, the utility of using our technology to have a private conversation is one thing, but once they're on our platform, we'll have a bunch of other live shows where people are sharing new projects. So we'll participate in the economics of those projects. The other thing we'll have on here is the ability to create a token on our platform. So if you don't have a Bored Ape and you don't have any token, maybe you want to just create a token and form a community.
George Bucks.
Yeah, exactly. George's Ape Club. So there's already technology out there that has the editing suite, the ability to mint, and then create a, circulate a token, and that will be a form of Shiller token, and will participate in the economics of that.
Sam, I mean, I'm blown away. I'm blown away by the end to end, how much you guys have thought this through, even seeing the visuals, you explaining, the prompts on the, I think it's powerful. And I love the fact that you just added something different about this co-founder, the soon to be named co-founder, which is they are very Web3 and NFT. This isn't just Tom Selleck, as a spokesperson.
No, it is.
To put in.
It is Tom. How did you know?
did I just out you as a Tom Selleck?
You doxed him. No.
If he's not a music artist, so I knew I was playing it safe by saying Tom Selleck. But it sounds like this co-founder is going to be really active at Shiller, not just a pretty face or a nice name, but really active. So how much of a real kickoff do you expect to come from having that kind of a co-founder?
Well, I think we've learned a huge amount in the last 2.5 years about live production. So we have studio space in the UK where we'll be running daily live shows from in the next few weeks. We'll be launching, and I'd say in about a month's time we'll be testing some live formats. So we'll be doing daily shows from our studios, and then we'll be inviting in probably 20 or so Shillers. Anyone can apply to be a Shiller. There's a interactive form that asks you who you are, what's your story, what's your background, what's your opinion on the space, some guidelines about the platform. And as soon as we're through that phase, this individual will be performing and opening the door to many other people. So we'll be ready for it. But I mean, I couldn't, on the whole planet, I couldn't think of a better partner for this project.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the unveiling. Any ballpark ETA when that might be? Because you do say, quote, Shiller is currently in stealth mode, expects to launch later in 2022. So obviously that could be anytime in August, September, all the way through December. Do you have a ballpark time yet that you're able to give us, or you want to remain a little more stealthy and not really? And I'm not asking for an exact date, but end of Q3, sometime in Q4.
We're going through a process at the moment. It's actually my favorite part of the whole business, and it's taking the OOOOO technology and building an experience for the Shiller user. And a lot of that's about stripping stuff down, getting it to like the minimal viable product for Shiller to be super effective. So that's why I could show you the design, because we're doing like 4 hours of calls a day just on the sort of the flow of the product. I think we're in that space for another 4 weeks. And then version 1 will launch. And as soon as we do that, we'll announce at that point. We just want to announce where we get the biggest impact from his name, and we can catch a lot of that interest, which, and we also don't want to give too much of a heads up to the market exactly what we're doing in terms of the competitors. So,
but even if a tech company does, sooner or later, they're going to find out what Shiller is. I mean, the technology behind it would take them a year to develop at least, right? This is the power of Shiller, is that it's working off of OOOO's live video commerce technology to begin with.
100%. I mean, we've spent well over 2 years with a team that were already active at ByteDance building video applications, and before that Musically. So if someone wants to come and have a crack at building what we've got, I wish them all. I wish them all the best, but it's not quick. It's not cheap. But no, we're thrilled, and it's. I think people are going to love it, actually, and I think it's actually going to be a great advert for our broader business. We recently licensed in the Middle East 2 or 3 months ago. We've got some other very big conversations going on with other verticals.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because I want to ask you, how's the rest of OOOOO doing? Because Shiller is unbelievably exciting, but the rest of OOOOO is doing really well as well. So yeah, give us a bit of a summary there.
Yeah, so we're very happy that the guys in the Middle East are about to go live with an application called Mojo. So this is largely operating in the GCC out of Abu Dhabi. They've taken our technology, We've become a shareholder. The public company is now a shareholder in their group, and they've kind of reskinned the technology for their market. So that's been exciting for us because they've, you know, translated it, they've flipped the language around. But, you know, that's been very successful. We obviously got it in Brazil already, in Portuguese. We've got it with QVC in Italy. And yeah, I mean, a lot of our development focus at the moment is on Shiller, but there's a lot of things we're doing in Shiller, including the web piece for the audience, which actually I think is very important for other client groups. So if we do something soon in sport, or, you know, or fitness or any of these things, those users are going to be interested in a lot of the things we're developing for Shiller. So yeah, we're super excited.
Do you see tremendous opportunity there now that you're going to have this complete ecosystem that you can take it into almost any vertical?
Yes.
With large partners who say fitness or finance or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
I mean, I can see this being a great application, Sam, for the investor relations world. You know, where we use it, and you have, you know, public company CEOs come on for 3, 4, 5 minutes, do a live video presentation, show their products, show some things. I just see unbelievable. Do you see that same kind of verticality?
What I believe really, really strongly is the language of the youth is video. Like the way my children engage is video. So I think we all know that. I think the next thing is big companies like Nike and others, if they were started yesterday, they would be 100% D2C. Now, 40 years ago, they needed sports shops to distribute. Now they prefer D2C. Now, why do they like D2C? They keep more money and they keep more data. The more data they know, the better the product they can deliver. So most brands and commerce companies today, they actually don't want to give all their business to TikTok Shop and Facebook Shop. In fact, yesterday, Facebook said they might be pulling away from video shopping because companies want to take the dollars and take the insight. So I believe the play for us is to take our technology and to say to a large retailer, do you want your own TikTok shop? It can be called whatever you want, but you know, it should have short video, live video, and it should be super easy to go viral. Now that's the framework we've got. So I believe the opportunity for us is to have a wine version, a toy version, a gym version.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we need to find the most dominant players in the markets. So, you know, if any of our investors, I say to them all the time, if you know anyone who's dominant in shoes or fishing or wine or sneakers, you know, we can give them an off-the-shelf video application, which is going to increase conversion and build community.
I get the feeling that once you announce and launch Shiller officially, it's out there, the big co-founder watching the tech in action, I got a feeling that's going to come to you organically, Sam. I got a feeling that people are going to engage with it and right away say, hey, Bob, who do we know that we can license this? We got to license this tech before anybody else does. I mean, I'm thinking about it for the investor relations world. I really am thinking about it for the investor relations world.
I had a conversation with someone yesterday. And I said, how do you buy your Rolexes? He's in Facebook groups of guys sharing videos of watches. But all these people should be creators on a platform like OOOOO. You give like creator access to 3,000 people. They're showing off their watches. And for the end user, they can swipe through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos of watches, and they can follow certain. This is an obvious, anywhere where there's a community, cycling, wine, sneakers, watches, anything like that is perfect for the technology we've got. And I believe it'll come too.
And by the way, for everybody at home, UBS has already said that they expect 80,000 retail stores in the United States to close by 2026. So Sam, you guys are way ahead of the curve, right? This is where the world is going. I mean, we're never going to lose retail stores completely, but they got to be careful for all these young kids that are like Lipstick Brother in China, who just goes direct, right? Direct to consumer, and through platforms like yours. So you guys almost can be the gatekeepers for a million different creators and vendors around the world that are going to be able to potentially dominate categories. Gone are the days of maybe George can sell a few widgets and make a few bucks. George can actually become, through applications like this, through your live video commerce platforms, dominate the widget world, because he's got this personality and people know him, and everyone's like, well, I'd rather buy it off George direct and listen to him talking rather than walk over to Walmart and go buy it. And I think that's where the world's going.
Have a look at Whatnot. You know, they went after the comics and collectibles Pokemon card space. I think they're now valued at $1.5 billion or thereabouts, 2 or 3 year old company, but they went after a vertical where there's existing community already transacting collectibles, you know, and they're using, and it's just mobile to mobile commerce.
I hadn't even heard about that. So there you go. It's already happening, and you guys are just taking it to another level.
So what we're looking for is big players, existing community who want a better, more relevant surface. And if they want that, we've got something. We have them live within a month.
Sam, congratulations. Look, it's a Friday in the middle of the summer. Typically things are slow and uneventful, and people are having their last barbecues, getting ready for it, September. But here you guys are iterating and innovating on a platform that I'm telling you, people can see it, but it doesn't matter that we're friends, doesn't matter that we're business partners. It's just blowing me away. And I think it's going to blow away the entire Web3 world when it's live. And I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it to happen.
Good to connect, man. Appreciate your time.
For everybody at home, you've been watching or you've been listening by podcast on Spotify, Google, Apple, your favorite podcast platform, to Sam Jones. He's the CEO of OOOOO Entertainment Commerce, trades in Canada under OOOOO, 4 O's, and in the US under OOOOF, 4 O's plus an F. To start your due diligence, get to the company's profile page on Agoracom, get a good understanding, because we know live video commerce, all of these and the different applications of live video commerce are all brand new, but we've got it all laid out for you neatly. And then from there, go over to the OOOOO website, do your deep dive due diligence. And guys, if you love NFT, live video commerce, and the future of Web3, then you got to do your due diligence and hopefully discover your next amazing small cap Web3 company. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. See you next time. Hey guys, the video's over, but don't forget to help your company by liking it and even leaving a comment below. And then don't forget to help yourself by subscribing to our YouTube channel so you never miss another great Agoracom small cap video.